Okay, hello everyone. We are back to day 15 of the app development challenge for the mobile application. It's like day 15 from I think 22 days. Today is Sunday, and yeah, next Sunday would be the last day of this challenge. As of right now, we have the first basically version of the app released in the Google Play for Android basically, and yesterday I've started to work on the onboarding flow for the users, and today I would basically continue this stuff. So yeah, feel free to join my journey over the course of the streaming. I would share some thoughts here and there and comment some parts. So if you just want to stay aside and have somebody working alongside you, feel free to mute the stream, maybe play some other music. Today I decided to refresh things a bit, and on the background you have this. Let's change this. Pokemon chill music. It's over here on the TV as well, just to change the mood and the background music a bit. So yeah, back to the onboarding stuff. So yesterday I finished with this. So the UI for the onboarding is basically implemented, but I also need to implement the persistence for the user if user passed the tutorial. And as always, give me a second because I forgot to update the link to the chat. So you can drop all. So you can drop a message in the chat for any kind of question or comment you might have. So yeah, and we will be able to go through it during the stream. So it should be visible, I hope. So yeah, it should be. So you can add yours as well. Back to the onboarding. So for some reason the app was crashing on the launch, on the app launch, because some NDK library was not present. So that's a good question why, but let's try Jetpack. Okay, seems like that's the data store requires some native library, and if it's not there, it's crashing. But why it's not there? I'm using the latest version right now, and this dependency straight away maybe I should use this one. Koin DataStore. Okay, so here they've added both, but even some custom data store. That's interesting. Okay, that's for theme selection. I don't have theme selection in the app right now, so I don't really care too much about it. But I might need to try adding this one. It's not mentioned in the here, and in general it looks like they are adding this one, but without some structure to it. Let's try to search for it first. If it's a thing in general, okay, it's present. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, for proto, it's present. But they don't use it. In the article, it's like local preferences, isn't it? Prefs. Well, I can add it. It doesn't really matter too much, but that's interesting. Well, I would try if it would still crash, which it definitely did. Oh, that's something. I haven't seen this one yesterday for some reason. is it? So I hard-coded it to home and start. Okay, it should be like this. Okay, maybe it wasn't the problem in DataStore in the end, but that the crashes were not locked into the logcat. In such case, it's unclear for me why this mockup decided to use both here. So here we have a preferences DataStore Android using prefs. Here we also have prefs. So yeah, that's confusing from my side, to be honest, but well, that's okay. So it's working. Yes. So it was really trivial problem, isn't it? Or okay, let me try to back. So onboarding, I'm injecting this part and I'm doing this part. There is no code to really save it that it's completed, so it should be false. So onboarding should be opened. Let's try once again, but that's fine. Okay, so it launched. For those who weren't yesterday on the stream, we have like 3 screens for the onboarding, and yeah, so okay, so now if you would go back and close the app, and do it once again, it should start from scratch. So in our case, when onboarding is completed, I would like to store that it was done. Is it suspend? Yes. So I would need this. So analytics already here. Well, that's unit here. So we need to run this only once, and that should be enough. Is it? Okay, it's not composable. That's a good question. Okay, can I do it like scope local quarantine scope? No. Okay, let's remember. Okay, so ideally this stuff should be executed on the IO. I saw it somewhere. Let's try. Complete. Close. Start, and it should be home screen. Yes, no. Okay. It's a debugger. Next, complete. Set. Close. Start. Okay, now it's working. Okay, let's try once again, but delete the app just to be sure. So, we need this board, we need this board. So, fortunately that was much quicker than I anticipated after getting this crash yesterday. So, Okay, that's cool. So let me check what else we had in our roadmap. So that's skip, locomotion, that's okay. Show history, tutorial, it's basically onboarding settings. Okay, maybe reminders, smartphone suggest. Okay, so that's a good part. Let me do the following. So yesterday I've uploaded 101. So yesterday I've uploaded 101, which is available for everyone. So feel free to visit the page and download it. But the interesting part. So yesterday or the day before, I've got a few more installs. So yesterday was February 1st, so it's not really relevant. But what I would like to mention is that one user, I think it's a single user, not 3 separate users, has a crash with the Koin, and even it's saying like total by version 3 and 3 users. I don't think it's like 3 users because we have only OnePlus, only Android 11, and like this one was like today, but those 2 were along the same time. So I think, and the same device. I don't have any additional information, right, except this data, so no tracking for the user. But I know that user opened home, right, because this version has only home screen available. So I'm not sure if it's a crash that was visible for the user or what, but that's the case. I have this Gemini enabled here, and actually it's, well, it could be useful like for junior or middle specialist, I think. Maybe with some good suggestions, but in general I don't really think that it's really useful in general if you know the Android stuff. But yeah, and moreover, that's strange in general, because here we have the Koin application and it refers to this remember Koin application function, which I don't really have in the project. So I'm confused what kind of sources it's using. It's based on the name, I think, because it refers to it. So it should be somewhere here, here, and the application, it's a modules. Basically. So because of this, let me double check the configuration or tutorial for the Koin Compose. So that's what I have here. Basically, so it could be configuration change, but well, it's working fine. Okay, let me try to do some stuff like do we have theme here? Okay. And it's working. I don't have a dark theme so far, so it's not this. Also, I've tried to enable don't keep activities in the dev settings, so that's really important one for some testing purposes, but it's not really or is it? Okay, I know I have another problem. Actually, that's good that I got it. So let's fix this one first. Okay, DataStore should be singleton. I didn't know that. So it should be the single. Well, you can do that. I don't really mind. Okay, let's try once again. That's good that this case spotted. So that's one of the reasons you would need don't keep activities to use it sometimes, because it basically simulates if the app was offloaded from memory and then restored. What often happening if user like move the app in the background, then it use it like for a day, let's say, and then open from the recents. That's exactly what we have here. Okay, so let's try. So still multiple data stores. That's interesting. That's a nice use case. Okay, let me do it once again. So I made it a singleton, but Not sure if it helped. Nope. Huh. Okay, what if I would use the Koin context instead? Okay, so Koin application is doing this stuff. So remember, that's interesting. Should I do the remember for modules? Because otherwise it's creating a new module. And actually here in the article, or not here. Somewhere I saw the remember for modules. Remember here. Can I do this? not sure what it's doing like internally here in these modules stuff. But if I would do it this way, doesn't mean that I can Okay, well, let's try maybe. Not sure what it will do actually, but okay. It might crash even prior because the context won't be initialized. So I would bet that it would crash here instead. Okay. But where's Gemini? It's nowhere here. Okay, but this is that's factory and that's and this would get me this one, but I do have it as a singleton here. Okay, maybe something else. doing this in the companion. I think it's too much. Can I do it like, let's see, preferences, data store, and for this I need name. That's it? So I don't really need the context, or do I okay, I still need context here, right? It's main activity, so it will take the oh yeah, it's from context. Okay, first. So it would be okay, let's do it this way. So that can be removed, not needed. But I would need the onboarding. And let me add also print it. Do it this way and start with debugger. So this way I would like to have a breakpoint, keep the reference to this so compiler won't remove it, and compare the like addresses for the memory to see if it's like the same one. So the first one, preference data store, this one 26699. Okay, awesome. Okay, we can move forward. That's good. Common. Back. Okay, we were starting and it's a new one. Question. Why? So neither of those are singletons. That can actually cause the other crash for some users. Okay, next bet would be that this module is created every time we are getting here, which we definitely are. So this stuff is created every time. This might as well, but okay, and let me keep it location here. bit more. Go here, extract, yes. Okay, 29, 75, and I will get into here as well, and it creates the new data store, which is true. Okay, that's bad. So let's try once again. I just want to double check if the variables values here would be the same. So this app module is 26602. Collapse, expand. 266. Oh, okay. That's something. So this way I can do expect value instead. Can I expect value? Yes, I can actually. So that would be value. For Android, we're also going to expect value. So this way we should be good, right? Okay, let's try once again. That was kinda, well, reasonable, but unexpected. So first, okay, 597. So ideally it shouldn't crash this time. Right? No. Okay, still duplicate? Really? Okay, let's start from scratch. Okay, let me do it here. Creating data store in this module. Check logs. Great. It's still executing for some reason. It doesn't look like the module is recreated. But let me try on like app module instead. Because that's really strange. Okay, app module, good. Because database is reopened in such case as well, which is not good. Okay, that's interesting. So how is this possible that this stuff is executed? Okay, here once, here once, okay. That's okay. So if I would do get so it's like all here it's always the same, so it is singleton, but considering that this application is based on the composable scope, if the app is recreated, then this stuff is recreated as well. That's interesting. Okay, can I do it like app module? Koin modules. Like do it here, and I would just reuse them here. Do it here. better. Because it kind of works. Okay, store gimpy sample. I saw some example, I think yesterday, maybe this repo, and they had the data store stuff here. So okay, factory create data store, that's it. So Android data store. That's interesting. Hmm. Okay, what about Koin Android context instead? So here, instead of this stuff, okay, I like this one actually more. um, it might have the same problem. Okay, let's try it out. Maybe it would be anyhow better. But in comparison to this one, here I need config, and config would have this configuration. So con configuration. Is it okay? It's DSL for Kotlin. Okay, that's great. Let's try this one. And this stuff is used here for iOS and the inactivity for Android. So that could be a problem. So I might still need to do the custom coin setup in Android, the application, and iOS in some other place. Okay. Let's check. Try it out. So here, okay, I don't really need logger right now. Yes, yes. Modules. Okay, this way. So in such case, I don't really need this stuff over here. So this can still be used, if I understand correctly. So let's do the first launch, and then the consequent one. Okay, the first install is here. Collapse, expand. Boom. Okay, it's not crashing, which is much better. Right? Let's try once again. Okay, it's working this way. But that would mean that I need to initialize it somehow for iOS. Koin iOS. Okay, maybe this one. Okay. Actually, I can simplify the Android stuff here. If I inject Android context, I think, can I do the Android context somehow? Application context. Anyway, for now can ignore. And iOS site. Yes, this one. In this compose UI, I need to do the same stuff as here. So it would be like, let's do it this way. Okay, I don't really need this one. I already have a workaround for this stuff. So I just need to do the following, and that's okay. We can do this private also instead, this as well, and here we have initialize coin with the start coin modules, and the stuff would be executed in Android, the application, and in the iOS configure this way, right? Okay, let's try. If it's working, I'm fine. But that's strange that it was recreating the whole stuff, but it's kind of reasonable at the same point. But I don't want to spend too much time on checking what's going on there internally, so would drink some tea, try to break it down. Okay, it's working, right? Yes, that's awesome. So that's done. That's can be cleaned up and formatted a bit more. Here we can simplify this stuff here. Okay. Okay. Awesome. I think this one would work, but yeah. Fix. I would do it as a separate commit, so if I would like to get back to this stuff, it would be a bit easier. Crash activities, and let me add comment first. Okay, I would assume this right now actually that the other crash with the this one might be fixed as well, because technically we are not using remember coin application right now. So because of this, I would add a note that should be fixed in 1.1, which I think I would call the next one, because I would add the onboarding it in there. 1.1.4, let's call it specifically, and close it for now, so I would not see it as any issues here. Other than that, that's good stuff. Next, next. As of for now, I would still keep this logic to allow only a single emotion to be selected per entry. But to be honest, in the future, I'm considering to have like multiple there. Yeah, so hello to Sasha here. Take some rest, but enjoy. But yeah, that onboarding should be done. Let's try to reinstall once again, just to be sure that it's working fine. And also another interesting part, for some reason yesterday the onboarding was not rotated and the orientation changed for some reason, but from my side I haven't really changed anything from my side, and the home actually can be rotated, so that's something interesting in general. Yeah, so that's a tutorial. Okay, yeah, localization. I will do the localization in a bit. The simple way to lock everything. Okay. On the phone it looks much better, to be honest, even the text is there, but yeah. First always complete. Awesome. Okay, then let's do the localization for the strings in the tutorial. Where are they? Values, strings. Oh, I haven't extracted them yet, so. description. As you can see, Copilot doesn't really pick up the text. Yeah, but still creating something. So that's the second one. But it's still relevant, which is kind of funny. Like name. Next. Okay. Then I need to build this stuff to generate the resources for it. Let's apply those here. So encryption. And need to import every Okay, next, then page 3, page 4, page 3. Yes. Cat review. Dude. Any smells, code smells, bugs, memory leaks, recompositions. What would you say? Are we going to have new users today? Yes. Okay, not sure if it's a cat or dog there. Cat. Cat and code reviews. Okay, so check if it's working. Okay. It's not the pair programming, it's like poor program. Poor programming. Okay, screen. Okay, do change the home screen. I did something bad. So I have a blocker right now. Yes? Okay, localization. Back to localization stuff. Oh no. No. Okay. Okay, so I'm using the ChatGPT in my case for localization. So for the pet project, that's like really nice. Okay, so basically I taking the strings, do the new chat, and to basically sure what kind of localizations I would need, I'm just making the screenshot with the values, folders, attaching here, and in a few seconds, I would have the results. But oh, no. I'll put index also. Can I? Yeah, as an option, I can use something like Google Play translation service. I've tried it once, but it has like basically all of those languages, but let's say without the Ukrainian. So it's a bit easier for me to do it like this way and copy paste in the respective localization files rather than doing it sharing the XML files in general. So also, I'm not really sure how precise or not these translations are usually, but if I would start getting some complaints, well, that's when I would kind of think about it a bit more. Okay. Last time it was working a bit better. French. I should have Hindi, I think. Okay, now we have Hindi. That's, I think I do Indonesian. Okay, let me help with it a bit more. Also ID. Japan. Korean. Is it Poland? It's PL or PL? Portuguese. Thai. Ukrainian. Vietnamese. And Chinese. Let me get Italian back. At that moment I need to do this stuff. So do this prompt and compare it with the DeepSeek stuff. So I need the screenshot. So take the same screenshot as I used. So okay, it was not able to extract. Okay, let me try to do this one. So now, okay. That's a new stuff for sure. Let's try this way. But just to be on par, let's create the same chat once again and do it here as well. Because I didn't have it here, so I'm not sure why it's adding this one, this text here. Is this something? I can add it here? Never seen this stuff actually. So technically I can keep it in a single file. Okay, please remove scale attribute. Please remove length attribute. And it's still, even though I asked specifically for all those locales, it kind of failed. Because, okay, Indonesian, yes, Japanese, yes, Korean, Polish, and that's basically where it stopped. But here in DeepSeek, kind of works better here for some reason. But yeah, let me take it from here then. Okay, Indonesian is here, Japanese. Okay, Japanese would be the next one. Okay, Korean. Okay, the description is good, at least in the languages I understand. And I think DeepSeek should be good in terms of the Chinese. So, okay, let's try to build it quickly. But yeah, this stuff is the ChatGPT I don't really like. So let me drop this chat. Okay, so we're almost 2 hours in. So that means that we need to figure out what to do next quickly and wrap up soon enough. So, okay. And also I need to revert this change quickly. done. That's done. I'm also not really sure about this complete text, because it's kinda started, begin tracking. Well, that's not bad. Start now, not bad. Because complete, that's kinda confusing. Well, okay, let's keep complete for now. Let's keep it. Localize screen. Okay, that's good. Other part I wanted to do is actually update the drawables, but compose PVB. Yeah, that's actually the question I wanted to check if it's working. Okay. So that's a good question. What is the minimal version? For the iOS. Where can I find this stuff? Because I can compress PNGs in general. The 3, which I think it's nice, so that means I can change it to that piece, because I would like to compress it a bit more. I know that the app is super small, but in the latest release I think the resources are like 400 or like almost half a megabyte, or not, yeah, even more. It's 897. But what is here in such case? Oh, that's default libraries. Okay. Okay, so we have 951. So, here let's try to compress and see how bad it will get. So if I would keep good quality, it still would save me like 41. Well, this image would be pretty large actually, so I would like to keep it kinda in the safe spot in terms of the reduction of the quality. Kinda like this should be okay. Then this one, that's a screenshot for the first screen. So let's check what can be done here. So here we have some percentage saved. As we can see, some data was removed from it, but so I can do this way, but still save like half of it. And with a wheel, well, I've just noticed that not all items here have something inside, and the image is pretty large, so I would expect some good compression from it. Okay, let's just try it out, but run on the phone instead, so I can actually check it on the phone. Well, it looks okay, and actually localization in Ukrainian looks fine, but actually the funny part, the image is in English, so it's a bit controversial. The circle looks good, that also looks good. And if I relaunch the app, actually, I got a crash after a relaunch. So that's interesting. Okay. Then closing by back button, technically, and reopening. I'm getting some crash. Okay, let me actually check on the emulator, because that's definitely not what I would expect in the app relaunch. So basically app launched, back, start. Okay. So the crash was not fixed. So it still doesn't work. So it's working with the I already hate DataStore, to be honest. So I still have something to do today. I'm not really sure if I'm happy or not. I don't really want to replace it just because of this stuff, but at the same point, I mean, so DataStore allowed to use it in the multi-process environment. And that's why we need a native library, which is fine. But the problem is that even if I basically kinda killed the app, I mean moved it back this way, the process is still alive. Or not. Or yes, it is, and when we were creating the application, it's trying to create those singletons again. And that's it. But how the hell are you expecting to? Okay, the suggestion is to keep it as a property. Wow. The best practices are all around here. but I can't really create it without the same context. Oh, there. What? 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 Okay, oh, when I was removing I also wrote this change. Oh my god. But here, nice work, for sure. Well, I might be free in a bit, if that's the case here. Yes. It's like this GIF from the Star Wars. It's working. Copilot would not suggest me a good comment here. Okay, that's good. So it's not crashing. Right? Yes, it's working fine. Kind of. Awesome. So let me look that I'm really happy. Save it. We'll do it here as well. Save it. Because that's true. Awesome. So taking this into account, this part is basically done. Day 15. So tomorrow I think I would add some basic reminders based on the day, or I mean time of day, and would need to do a basic settings screen. I'm considering like adding the settings icon like somewhere here at the top, like in the corner. It would push the text a bit to the side, but usually if you have this text in the multi-line, like let's say here, let's do larger. Still no? Okay, but if I would make screen size smaller or larger, it would still have enough place here. I can do it this way. Yeah, I think I can fit some button over here, so it would scale fine. So this part is scrollable. This is also ISO 1 block, I would say. If I would have a lot of emotions already tracked, I expecting that when I open this model, you would still be able to scroll this stuff, which is not the case. It has some padding, for sure, but not enough. Okay, ID is frustrated because of this happiness that is going on here. So okay, I already have some scrollables, kind of small scrollable stuff. I just magically I have some magic number here. But I think I would need to do something better for this stuff. Yeah, here it is. So basically that's a yeah, but that's not minimized one. This is, do I even have minimized? Yes. So that's minimized, and that's kind of maximized, but with wrap content, and it always has wrap content here, and that's a maximum one that I allow. Well, okay, yeah, let me maybe increase it somewhat and add some comment. Let me comment here a comment to do adjust it. Right. But for now, considering this stuff, that's kind of what I have with these values. But I needed like 3 times more or 2 times more right now. Let's try it out. But yeah, still that's considering that the text is, or you have already a lot of emotions. That's really visible on this small phone, this 3 inches, because it's like super small. But yeah, you can compare the sizes. So it's working fine, but okay. Nope. Okay, why doesn't it work? Oh, I ran it on the wrong one. Still no. So the component height is the screen size, right? Oh, now it's better. Yes, that's it. And that's still a bit under what I would expect. Whoa, we have, it's reported by YouTube that we have 5 people right now, so hello everyone. So the maximum viewers during the stream was like 5. I think during the first stream where I was talking on the background, and since then like 4 in average. Okay, that's basically what I was expecting, but I don't really like one part is, as you can see, this divider, when it's okay, in this case it's working. If I would reset all the stuff, I don't really need to scroll it so much, but how to wrapper this? I'm just curious to see actually if it's reproducible, because I think previously it was fine. But yeah, I would like to keep this increase in the padding. That's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I think we can wrap up this stuff by creating a new build. So first, this OnePlus user that I hope still has an app installed would have it resolved, which I really hope so. And the new users won't have it by any chance. Again, I hope. Otherwise, I will need to spend tomorrow much more time on this stuff rather than doing the reminders. But yeah, the good news that it's like the only crash. The bad news that, well, it's still like limited number of users. So don't look at this one. That's actually the real users of 1.0.1 version, because 1.0 was actually for debug users, or for local builds, not for the real ones. So the number is mostly exaggerated a bit. So technically, from yesterday, I have 5 users. Maybe I have a bit more, maybe not, but here we have 5. Few more are reported, or in the Google Play console, and the interesting part that on February 1st we have 4 in the Google Play, but 5 in the Firebase. Not sure how this stuff is calculated, but oh right, and I also wanted to check what is the license activity, because I don't have it. Really. And if I will check the manifest somewhere, here is the only activity I have. So I'm a bit confused. Oh, that's preview, but that's for, okay, that's not it. So yeah, I'm not really sure where from this stuff is coming from, because yeah, at least it got reported somehow for 2 cases. And another good part that somebody saved the emotion, not sure if it was me or not, but yeah, maybe with the onboarding this number would increase a bit. I think that's secure enough. So yeah, 1 user saved emotion, 4 users opened for the first time, so that's reasonable. Revenue, I don't have any. Okay, I have 1 from Ukraine, and this Redmi Note 8 Pro is like my device, so that's me, and 1 user from Canada and US, which is okay. We'll see what will be tomorrow. I still need to figure out how to do the analytics a bit better, because I'm reporting the, let's say, the select emotion, on which level it was selected. I mean, either on the first level, on the second level, or on the third level, but I can't really find these values in the Firebase. I read that it's not shown here, but it should be somewhere in the Google Analytics. But again, I'm not really sure where exactly. Also, for the onboarding, I've added the screen views specifically instead of the default tracking. I might disable it in the future, but still. And here is our select emotion. Again, I'm not picking which one, so the parameter is not visible for some reason. Yeah, I don't know which emotions are usually people selecting, again, just for privacy stuff. But and I don't really want to have some BigQuery stuff. I'm not really even sure if I can enable the BigQuery export where the parameter values would be present. Also good stuff that new users were found by the organic search, which is really great. These 9 users from United States, I think it's like test devices from the Google Play mostly, so we don't really expect much from it. But again, Firebase Analytics, event programs. I read that you might need to define these custom definitions, which I did for custom metric like emotion circle and emotion comment use, but it kind of doesn't work for some reason, or I don't know where actually to see this stuff. But yeah. What if I would try to search for emotion circle? Oh. Okay, it found it, custom metric, which is true. Direct, organic, that's not what I'm really interested in. And what? Because I need values. I want to understand if users are selecting something deeper in general. Site, no. And where motion circle 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Well, that yeah, I am not really sure right now. Not this. Engagement. Okay, I defined it as a custom metric, not a dimension. I might need to change this, but it should be in engagement. Engagement. And well, overview. No. Can I filter it somehow? Emotion circle. Can it be somehow simpler? Because if I would select emotion, I would have nothing in the parameter name. That's really confusing. That's under the paywall. Okay, this one. Meanwhile, we have a build. So this one should be a little bit smaller. At least I would expect. Around 6.5, okay. And base stuff. Assets, compose. Oh, that's interesting that actually in the final APK the compose resources are present as assets, not as resources. That's important. And actually it got larger for the reason well, okay, I don't need compose multi-platform asset, but why would it be both here? That's not what I would expect. Let's try to clean project. Well, is it because web piece might not work on some devices, or what? That's interesting. I'm now curious how it would work and enjoy it. Okay, that's 4. Yeah, I want exactly this stuff, the same as this guy mentioned, that it would be present as a parameter name. Or okay. And what and nothing. Well, okay, let me try to create custom dimension name, motion, circle, and put dim as a event, parameter name. So it would be circle. Okay, that's true. And yeah, I picked like a default unit of measurement. Is it good or not? Okay, can I archive this part? Okay, show me the text because I'm concerned about this red button here. Because I didn't want really to use any like other analytics because it's kinda all in one place and easier to use. But let's presume I would like to export Firebase Analytics export to BigQuery. How much it would cost, and I will drop the same. Search. How can I do this and how much cost? Okay, music. Okay, it's not. Yeah, I want just parameter name here. Why is this so complicated? Okay, link. I know what to do here. Configure after linking. That's important because actually data in BigQuery would be populated only after the linkage, so the previous data won't be passed into the BigQuery. So that's actually important, and usually that's ignored. And we had a case that the data was not the export was not configured, so you can see or check data only in the Firebase, and that's it. And it has expiration date as well, but yeah, that's important stuff. Cost, charge for data storage. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm not really sure, is it a lot or not? Because well, 10 gigabytes sounds like a lot for the events, especially if I would look only events. I don't really need Crashlytics or cloud messages or performance stuff, so just Google Analytics. Because the number or values would or should be there without all this magic, and this is still in progress, internal error. Can I configure it anyhow? Okay, here we have the events. Which is fine. And the number is 1, which for saved, which is also correct. Okay, and what? How can I do this? Okay, and this report. Okay, it was from my side. Overview. Can I? Okay, can I customize it and add card for so I need not the key events, insights maybe, or event count by content type. Create, yes, I want to create insight. No, anomalies, create new. Metric. Okay, let's try to metrics. Line and metric. Paid user stickiness. Not this. My app is free. Okay, now the size is smaller, which is fine. And now, yes, that's better. Awesome. So let's take it. All right, tomorrow, Android 15. That's what I would do for sure. Run it on a new Android 15. I mean, I'm targeting let me create new release first. Here we will call it 1.1. Copy. Let's copy. Okay. Short change. Okay, size reduction, great. That's nice to see. Well, usually that's not recommended, but let it be. Okay. I would wait for this quick checks, because if I would see that there are some crashes from those test runs, I would fix and re-upload, but remove this test asset. And second is its version 1.14. Hope I won't need 1.11 tomorrow. But yeah. there is an interesting answer about that you need to reach some number of the events. That's clear. Okay, I don't have really much of them right now. Also, this part doesn't work. I mean, in the events screen, the key events screen. There are like 3, but there is like change counting method and set default key event value. That's kind of it. There are also in general events the screen, but here it has only like some NPA. But non-personalized ads. So, but yeah, that's kinda it right now. So, tomorrow we are going to have stream at, I'm expecting at 9 p.m. Kyiv time. I will create the schedule for the next week. I'm expecting to do. So we have like 7 more days available to do few more updates and changes. I think and hope that users would like to see. Also, I would like to look a bit more into the iOS one. I'm not really expecting to release iOS version of the app, but I do want to run it at least okay on the simulator. And yeah, that should be it for today, right? Camera, can you show camera? Yeah. So that should be it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I think that's really good progress for today. And see you tomorrow. Have a good night and good start of the week.